Welcome back to Next Level Play Podcast, the podcast where we talk about gaming, movies, pop culture, etc.
Esports.
Oh yeah, we're an esports channel. That's
Come on.
Right. Yeah, we make hot takes about the future, and we have an incredible guest. Who's our guest today?
Our guest today is Avori. She's coming back. We had her on our previous episode, so make sure you check that out. We're going to be continuing our conversation with her. I'm Sydney. I have the best takes.
I have the worst, as you all have let me know on the comment section of the TikTok. I don't know what that is.
Thank you, Mark.
Old man.
Thank you, Marcus.
But we left last episode on a bit of a cliffhanger, didn't we?
We did, and we're going to dive right into it right here.
Right now.
Next level play.
Last episode, we ended things by promoting the previous year of gaming, 2025.
Yeah, we talked. Oh boy, let's do a quick little recap. We talked about some of our favorite games.
Your favorite game of last year was?
Ooh.
Did you forget already?
Did I pick one? No, I didn't pick Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
I think you did.
I don't think I did.
What is your favorite pick of last year then?
It's tough.
Putting you on the spot.
It's really tough because, I mean, there's reasons why there are actual award shows for gaming because there's so many categories. I think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 definitely would rank in my game of the year, but I'm conflicted currently with how much I've been enjoying Arc Raiders because, boy howdy, it has pulled me away from Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. But it's so new. It just came out, so like it's hard. It's like Kingdom Come came out and everyone raved, and now this is the new shiny thing. So I don't want to be, I don't know.
You don't want to pigeonhole yourself.
I don't want to pigeonhole myself,
Yeah.
but I think in very different categories, they should be up for awards.
Fair. My last episode picks of the year, AAA Donkey Kong Bonanza. But my real pick of the year
Which
was
I love.
Hollow Knight Silksong, because I'm an indie guy. I can't help it. I'm a gameplay over everything, substance over style
But this
type
isn't,
of guy.
I don't think this is I think people are really going to agree with you on this. Like, Silksong is amazing.
It did not get many awards at all because they have the bias towards those $100 billion contracts and budgets and whatnot.
But they have the accolades of the actual gamers, of the people.
I like to think so.
I think so. I think so. Let's talk about the future. We make bold predictions. Some of us are known for making extremely bold, hot take predictions. Marcus and Samurai in our Samurai segment, our psychic.
He's such a wise sage.
He's so wise.
Yeah, but we had a previous segment over a year ago where we were promoting the Grand Theft Auto 6 release, where it was
So we're going to do this. We're going to
confirmed.
We're going to talk about this.
Yeah, we're going there. Confirmed for spring of 2026, where I foolishly was like, you know what? Rockstar knows what they're doing. If they're going to give a firm release date or an approximate release date, they're going to stick with it because they've had 12 years to prepare, 13 years at this point. Oh my God, I'm an old fucking man.
I think you may have even hinted that maybe they would release it for the holidays.
I did. I was like, you know what? There's no way they would promote the release without being 100% sure that they were going to make that release.
Like they tricked us. They were like spring, and then they'd be like, actually, Merry Christmas!
Yeah, and it's such the antithesis of my game of the year of 2025, Silksong, where they were like, hey, we're not gonna wait, we're not gonna say shit until we're absolutely ready. They announced it 2 weeks before the release.
Yeah.
And it was a huge success. It worked. Will that work for a AAA release? I doubt it.
Well,
Obviously,
they
Rockstar
didn't do that.
doesn't think so. I mean, it worked for Silksong to release, to announce 2 weeks before the release and did great.
Rockstar sort of is going in a different direction with GTA 6, where they set a date, and now they've moved it. And not closer.
No.
Way further.
Well, obviously, yeah. I mean, it went from early 2026 to late 2026, and my trust has completely gone out the window.
Well, here's the new question.
I'm thinking 2027 at the minimum. I'm sorry, what's your question?
Well, no, I was going to say, when do you think? Because they said now, like November, right? Fall 2026?
Yeah, I mean, well, okay, why? This is going to be the biggest media product of all time, because GTA 5 is the biggest media product of all time. So...
And GTA Online.
I'm torn because, I feel like if you suspended it once after an official release date. You're going to extend it again. Although, as you had pointed out, the holiday season is a huge thing. So part of me thinks they got so many voices in their ear like, oh, wait for the holiday season. People are going to spend more money. That's why they pushed it to the end of 2026 so people can have it as a Christmas gift.
Maybe.
So it doesn't make a lot of sense for them to push it to like spring of 2027.
Yeah.
If they're going to push it again, I feel like it's going to be the holiday season of 2027.
It's like a whole nother year.
Right. So I don't
know. This is amidst, controversy with Rockstar when isn't there. But they have also been laying off people as jobs become completed on the game, and this is a classic thing in the video game industry that's extremely toxic and unfortunate. They hire, a bunch of people, new game, they hire, and then they just start massive layoffs as soon as things start to get completed. Meanwhile, they're pushing the release back. They're laying people off. It seems like they're just trying to save money, which makes me also worried because I'm like, what is happening in the game? Like, what is going on with the game?
How many screws do they need to tighten? Because I feel like they released a trailer of the game already with in-game footage, apparently.
But
and
not gameplay.
A storyline. I mean, sure, but it's like, why even release that trailer unless you're like ready to launch?
Right.
How much more needs to be done?
That's what I'm asking. And
you know,
feels...
you waited so long. We waited over a decade to give us a sprinkle, to give us a tease. It just doesn't. I thought they were ready to go. Essentially.
I can't tell. Like, does this feel like a panic push? Does it feel like they're there, but they're worried?
Like testers played it and were like, "Hey, this game isn't fun. It's not as good as GTA 5."
That's kind of how I feel. I'm kind of like, I think the game might be there, but I think perhaps they're now getting feedback that's like, I just don't think it's got the sauce. Like, I don't think this is going to be what we think it is, and we're not going to recoup that money. So massive layoffs, changing things. I read this great book called J-Pod, which is not real, fictionalized video game company.
Yeah.
But there's just all this stuff. They're like building this game, and the CEO keeps changing things. And he's like, I think the main character should be a turtle because kids love that. And they're all like, no, what? That has nothing to do with our game. And then he's like, I think the turtle should get a skateboard. And they're like, this is like a fantasy dungeon world we're creating. Like, we shouldn't have a turtle with a skateboard. And it's comical, but it's like, I have a feeling perhaps, investors and people now are giving the feedback and the notes and things are getting scrapped, redone, rebuilt. But that's just, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
My optimistic take is tied in with my cynical take, whereas if what you're saying is true, that, GTA 6 was ready to go, but then there's investors and big market corporate people, big boards and heads of boards and CEOs being like, oh, no, we got to wait for the Christmas season to come in to sell this game properly. You can't release the biggest media product of all time in March.
Yeah, but
that's such a cynical fucking thing. Or even being like, oh, the reception was, hey, you play as a man and a woman, a couple, but we got to make it more inclusive and yet less, I don't know, polarizing because you can't have a heterosexual couple
they better
as your
not
main characters.
de-sexy those characters. They looked pretty sexy in that trailer.
No, they need to be less sexy to appeal to the whole
sweaty.
Yeah, they need to be an androgynous ugly couple in order to appeal to everyone.
I have a feeling
it's there's a cynic. It's either they have the game ready to go and there's a corporate hive mind.
What you just said is insane. It's a Rockstar game. That's not fucking happening. I mean, what you just said is insane. It's not Naughty Dog, but it's Rockstar. So that's for sure not happening. But I think truly it's money. I think it's money. And
is it insane though? GTA 5 was successful, more successful than they anticipated, and now GTA 6, people didn't anticipate GTA 5 to be the best-selling media property of all time. GTA 5 earned that title.
Right.
And now
they have the
you got a
pressure.
whole bunch of other investors and people with their fingers in the pie.
I don't know if
that need that pie cooked perfectly to their standards.
Personally, I don't think it's
that don't understand gaming, too.
I don't think it's a holiday season thing. Steam has sales all the time. They have a spring sale, they have a winter sale, they have a holiday sale, Black Friday sales. I don't think that's it because they could really do whatever they want. They're Rockstar. That people will buy the game.
But if you give Rockstar $100 million, you're going to expect a certain return at a
Yes.
certain time, immediately.
Yeah.
And, you know, Rockstar's made a ton of money on GTA
Ooh.
5, but it doesn't mean, you know, they might not have.
Conspiracy. I have a conspiracy.
I'm with it. Your last conspiracy about the PlayStation exclusive with GTA
This is what I'm about to say.
6 did not go over too well.
But no,
so.
this is what I'm going to say.
Okay.
They're waiting for the PS6. They're pushing. Just wait. Just you wait. Sony's going to come out and Sony's going to start bubbling, murking up the waters. They're going to say, oh, it's the PlayStation 6. I don't know. Maybe.
The world we live in, end of the day, GTA 6 is better and bigger than any particular hardware release.
Totally.
That's just the fact.
Totally. The hardware needs the game. I'm not
GTA
saying
6, and you put the numbers up, it's probably going to be close. GTA 6 is probably a bigger item than the Nintendo Switch 2.
No.
Or the future
I agree with
PlayStation
you.
6
consoles
sales.
need the game. I think
The software has become bigger than the hardware.
I think Sony needs GTA 6.
Yes.
How are they going to sell the PS6?
GTA 6 does not need Sony. That's the problem.
No, but they do want money, Marcus.
If
Rockstar wants money.
I think it's the same take I made earlier when you made this very hot take, which I love leaning into your hot takes because it takes a little heat off me. They would need to give Rockstar over, what is it? What's a billion? 9 figures? 10 figures, 9 figures.
Nine,
Yeah,
right,
9
right,
figures.
yeah.
They would need to give them like 9.5 figures, close to 10 figures. You know, they would have to give them billions of dollars to get the exclusivity of Grand Theft Auto 6, which Rockstar, if they were smart, would not give it to Sony because it's going to make so much money on their online store and cross-platform, PC, Xbox, Nintendo Switch 2, which...
I don't know if it needs to be exclusive, though. I don't think it does.
Then what does PlayStation
Bundle.
have to offer?
Bundle, and a special PS6.
Sure, and I'm sure that'll exist.
Yeah.
That benefits Sony completely. Rockstar has to give what? I mean, a couple percentages of their, you know, market share in order to have that bundle happen.
I'm doing
Sony has everything to gain.
conspiracy.
Rockstar is like, sure, whatever, if you
Yeah.
want to bundle it.
I'm doing conspiracy brain. I'm thinking of all the possibilities. I'm, massive layoffs, pushing the date. It could just be that the game is not where they want it to be.
To me, the layoffs make sense because GTA 6 is their cash cow. I mean,
Yeah.
GTA 6 is going to be the biggest media release of all time. It's already set in stone. It could be a mediocre game. It's kind of like how we had the hot take about, Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman. Batman versus Superman still is like a top 30 movie of all time. I made the argument it should have been like a top 5 of all time, and it failed because it wasn't. It still made a shit ton of money. Grand Theft Auto 6, no matter what, is going to be one of the biggest selling media products of all time.
Yeah, people will buy it.
But there's going to be a step back from it. I'm sorry, I don't care how popular Red Dead Redemption 2 is. Red Dead Redemption 3 or whatever Rockstar is planning after GTA 6 is going to be a step back from Grand Theft Auto unless they're making Grand Theft Auto 7.
Unless they're...
So the layoffs were inevitable,
No,
and that
no.
sucks, and they don't deserve that.
No, they don't. And they're protesting. I mean, they're protesting.
Rightfully
and
so.
They want people to not buy the game and
Yeah.
not support the company. And this is really hard. This is like really tricky
Yeah.
too, because Rockstar does create amazing games, and there are
Yeah.
people who have worked so hard on these games and they care about them. So it's really unfortunate when, companies do shitty
Yeah.
things like Rockstar, Blizzard. I mean, they all do it.
But it's part of the game industry where unless they're making GTA 7 within the next 5 years...
Right. They have no project.
And I would rather Rockstar have other creative endeavors. I mean, there's just not...
God, I have this like...
At the same time, though, too, they're going to make so much fucking money off
Yeah.
GTA 6, they could keep those
I
employees.
have this
I'm with
weird.
ya.
I feel like Samurai. I've had a premonition. I have this weird
Oh, no.
feeling. It's not going to come true. I have this weird feeling that the game is going to be released. Everybody's going to buy it, and they're going to get 30 hours into it or something. Not even like 9 hours into it, and they're going to request refunds.
Really?
I have a weird feeling. I just
like
have
an ET situation?
they're just hyping it up. The push is only hyping it more. Like we've waited this long, and I have some, and everybody is angry all the time on the internet, and like, I don't know, tensions are so high right now, and I just feel like for some reason, I don't know, mark my words, clip this, and then if it doesn't happen, throw it in the toilet. But if it does, I'm a genius.
I think worst case scenario, it'll be GTA 4 2.0, where GTA 4, kill me if you want, I know the cars control as boats, is superior to Grand Theft Auto Vice City and San Andreas. But people prefer San Andreas and Vice City. And it sold incredibly well, but people were like, hey, I'd rather play as CJ. I'd rather have a number 9, a number 9 large, a number 7 with extra dip, et cetera, et cetera. And they appreciated the personality and the bigger open world that San Andreas, although an inferior game to GTA 4, was. And GTA San Andreas was an extension of GTA 3. And then 5 came out, 6 years after GTA 4, similarly, speaking, and there might be a rush to get a GTA 7 to kind of correct that. However, GTA 4 still sold incredibly well and is still an incredible game. I think that's the worst case scenario, honestly.
People go back to GTA Online.
Yes, and that's the thing. It's like, this is not 2008 anymore. This is where you can improve things on the online community. I love GTA 5 campaign. When I go back to GTA 5, I play as Michael, I play as Franklin, I play as Trevor. Like, I play the campaign. But the money, the reason why it's the best selling media product of all time is because of that online.
Yeah.
And that online is infinitely adaptable.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They can adjust that however the fuck they need to, and people will be paying money hand over foot for it. They can't fail,
I'm
really.
so curious, though, because the main characters, we don't really know much about them. They're a couple, it's kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde. It seems to be.
Yeah, which is fun.
A Bonnie and Clyde kind of thing, which I like. I'm into it.
Mm-hmm.
And you seemingly switch off between different quests, and maybe you can switch off whenever you want.
Yeah.
That would be cool. What if they lack the depth that like a Michael had, a Franklin had? There are reasons why we love those games, because those characters are so flawed. They're so, like, they're good character design, whether you like or dislike the character themselves. There's a reason to play the main campaign rather than online. But I don't know.
Because at the end of the day, as much as I'm a single player gamer, people don't give a shit. Like, the money is in the multiplayer, the money is in the online experience. And at the end of the day, GTA 5 is a 14-year-old game at this point.
It's crazy.
Which is crazy. So that upgrade from GTA GTA 6 is gonna be an improvement no matter, unless they really drop the ball, which Rockstar has a good enough track record where I don't think they will. It's it's like expecting Nintendo to drop the ball in the next
they're
Nintendo.
They're not dropping it on
release.
graphics. They're not dropping it on anything like that.
It's a much needed improvement where as much as I hate it, the long delay, the 15-year wait, no matter what is going to bet, and maybe they knew this the whole time where they have nothing to lose. The longer they wait, as long as people keep feeding money into GTA 5, which they still are fucking doing, it makes it a win-win situation for them.
You know what I'm calling? I think they're going to release GTA 6, and then they're going to do the classic, because it's been long enough, 15 years. They're going to do a re-release of GTA 5.
Oh my God, are we that old?
I think they're going to remaster GTA 5, maybe similar to Oblivion. They'll
oh my God,
run it, reskin and run it on the OG engine, but make all the graphics better.
GTA 5 came out my freshman year of college, and if they're gonna re-release it, I'm an old man. I know I'm an old man.
I know.
But holy fucking shit.
This is how I felt when the Kingdom Hearts 3 game finally came out, and I had been playing Kingdom Hearts since middle school.
Well, speaking of which,
what?
That's a good segue.
Ooh.
What is your most anticipated game? My most anticipated game just came out. Not to age us too much, but I'm waiting for my belated Christmas gift from my brother for my most anticipated game, which was 18 fucking years in the wings. I can go right into it if you want, but I'm curious, outside of Grand Theft Auto 6, what is your most anticipated game coming up in this next year?
I feel like I've come across as a curmudgeon about Grand Theft Auto 6 and stuff, where I'm like, I think they're going to fail. I don't necessarily think
you didn't say that. Yeah.
And I'm very excited for GTA 6. I have a friend who, I know multiple people that work at Rockstar, and I have a friend who's been doing art within the game. And I'm very excited. Like, I can't wait till it comes out and she can post what she did and stuff because it's all, under wraps.
Yeah.
So I'm super pumped for that. I am excited, one, for whatever Larian is going to do. I know I've talked about Baldur's Gate 3.
Larian, who's that?
Larian, hello. Whatever
Miss
Larian's...
Ann?
Larry Ann.
Or Mr. Ann?
Mr. Ann. Whatever Larian Studios is going to be cooking, I probably will buy it, depending. But, like, I love Divinity Original Sin. I really enjoyed Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay.
I talked a little bit about Wizards of the Coast purchasing... Well, not even purchasing, owning the IP for D&D and plan to make a Baldur's Gate spin-off or another game.
Despite not developing the original game.
Hesitant around. I don't know what
Yeah.
that's. I don't know. I can't speak on that yet. But Larian, I'm very excited for. I'm really pumped for a demo that I tried, Expedition into Darkness. It's a great dungeon crawler game, and the full release should be in 2026. I'm also excited for Deadlock, which is in playtest right now. You can only get it through like friend codes and stuff, so you can't just download it. But if you have a friend, ask your friend if they play Deadlock. You can get a friend code.
That's really interesting for today. Yeah.
You can't just download it off Steam. They might open it up for playtesting for everybody, but currently it's just people with the codes. So
I don't have friends, so like I'm curious how I can play
I can give you a friend code. It's fun. It's sort of like Overwatch, League of Legends. You have different lanes. You're battling another team, but it's like Overwatch style, Valorant style, like shooting. Characters, you can main different characters. They all do different things. There's healers and big damage dealers and magic. The character design is really fun. It reminds me of League of Legends, and I loved Arcane, so like it kind of feels like that. So I've been enjoying Deadlock, so I can't wait for that to come out, or at least open up to playtesting for more people, or do like a beta out in the world. And then, sheesh, I feel like I have so much I'm excited for that's just more like studio based rather than specific game. But
hey,
Hideo Kojima, obviously, my fucking boy. My friend was just in Japan and was traveling with who he works for, which is the director, Paul Schrader. And Paul Schrader met with Hideo Kojima, and my friend was sending me pictures. He went to his studio in Japan, and he got scanned. He's going to be in the game, which is just such an insane crossover. Like, Hideo just gathers people. He just like gathers them and puts them into his games. I think it's so beautiful. So he brought me back like a goodie bag that they got with like coffee and stuff from Hideo's studio, and like little gashapon balls where you can like build a little guy from Death Stranding. It was really cool. So Hideo, I'm really looking forward to what you got going on. I saw that he's got a TV show
yeah, I heard about
in the works,
based on Death
Stranding through Disney Plus, animated, which makes more sense, but so curious. So his themes are so dark.
Lofty. Oh, dark, yeah.
Well,
too.
lofty too, sort of ever expanding. Tell the joke you said before when I was like, Hideo Kojima was making a Death Stranding TV show.
It wasn't a joke. It was just.
You said, aren't his games narrative enough?
I mean, that's to me. Playing Death Stranding is like watching a movie.
Totally.
You know, and so I don't. It's the same with. And again, listen, Last of Us TV show did amazing.
Fallout. People are loving it.
Fallout's different because it's more open-ended and you can do whatever you want with it. But with Last of Us, I was just like, just play the fucking game. It has amazing actor performances. It has an amazing narrative. And again, obviously, bad take because that show did amazing. And I'm wrong. I get it. I'm an old man. I'm wrong. I'll admit when I'm wrong. Shout out Dad. But regardless, I admit when I'm wrong. When you have Pedro Pascal in the role, like,
how can you go wrong?
Yeah, how can you go wrong? Exactly. But to me, Death Stranding, combine the two. It's so narrative based, and it already has
amazing cutscenes. Yeah, Norman Reedus.
Thank you.
I would hope.
Yeah,
he does
and
voiceover.
Sponsored by Monster Energy drink.
Literally.
Right. So like it's already a movie.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like there's so much there's enough cutscenes in that game alone to just like to fill a TV show. What needs to be done narratively for a TV show to take the game aspect of it even further away from the player? I just don't. To me, it's already a game that's too narratively focused for me to want to play it because I'm still playing Super Mario Brothers 3 because I'm an old fucking fart. But like,
I like that it's animation. I think if it was a live action show,
yes.
like what is the difference?
That's
because
where I'm at with Last of Us. And there's a difference.
The gameplay, like the scanning, the 3D, it's already so lifelike and realistic. It's amazing. Like they're doing great things, but there's
it's also
no
already animated too.
point.
If you could,
Technically yes, but there's no point in making Norman Reedus on screen play himself. Like it looks like him, like it's him.
Yeah.
Animated, I am excited for because, like you said, Hideo Kojima is so lofty. Like his world building. I mean, there's so much lore in Death Stranding. Like there's even more. Like I keep learning new things about it where I'm just like, oh, I didn't pick up on that because I kind of skipped through that cutscene. So I am excited for hopefully what he wants to accomplish with the animated series, where he can expand those other ideas that maybe would not be so great in a video game.
Yeah. If only the gameplay was good for Death Stranding.
You don't like a walking simulator? Sometimes a riding simulator on your motorbike.
Let's do the left bumper to like balance on the left, right? But riveting stuff. Yeah, I'd way rather play that. I'm sorry.
Hater alert.
It's a great narrative, but like.
So anyway,
not my jam.
Those are things that I'm excited for. I'll be keeping a lookout though because. I mean, end of the year, we're wrapping up, and I feel like now is the time for the sprinkling of what's to come. Maybe we'll get a...
Spring's coming up, the sprinkling.
Maybe we'll get a trailer or something. Maybe we'll get news about GTA 6. What are you looking forward to?
Well, again, my number one anticipated already came out.
So lucky.
I'm waiting because my brother hasn't given me my Christmas gift yet, and I'm waiting on it, and I'm an old fart, like I'd already said. But I've been waiting 18 fucking years. I feel like Rose from Titanic for Metroid Prime 4. I love Metroid Prime 4. Like, I hope I love Metroid Prime 4, I should say. I love Metroid Prime.
Played it yet.
I love Metroid. Yes, I've been waiting. I know I'm dated already. It's just come out when we're filming this. And I've been waiting a long time. From what I've seen on the reviews, it's worth the hype. It's probably not going to live up to expectations because I played Metroid Prime 3 when I was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
And there's no way it can match that. We talked about nostalgia and the taint that creates.
And also a fully developed brain.
Right, exactly. But I mean, I'm thankful that it's going to be on the Switch 1 because I'm not willing to upgrade yet until those exclusives are truly exclusive. But I have a hard time, thinking that anything is going to surpass that. However, outside of my Nintendo fanboyism, there's one other franchise that I truly geek out about and give them all the passes. And so I'm going to have a super hot, overly kissing butt.
Is it Resident Evil?
It is Resident Evil.
I fucking knew it. I
got two takes for you.
Okay.
One really hot, one really
Is there
cold.
New game coming out?
Resident Evil Requiem, aka Resident Evil 9. It's a true sequel.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, no, but okay. Outside of 6.
Yes, I'm glad they're not doing a remake. I'm glad that this is a new true.
And I love their remakes. I mean, Resident Evil 2 remake was
one of the best.
And their remakes are great. I still prefer the original Resident Evil 4 to the remake, but that's a take for a different day. Come at me. But Resident Evil 7, such a breath of fresh air. Resident Evil 8, continuing that. Resident Evil 9, I have high hopes for because Resident Evil, outside of their actual sequels, has experimented, and it's been a little hit or miss, but the fact that they have enough faith in this next property to give it a numbered title makes me think it's going to be as good as 7, 8, et cetera, et cetera. People kind of hate on 8, I feel, a little bit compared to 7 because it wasn't as much of a breath of fresh air, but I thought 8 was fantastic. I really liked Resident Evil Village. It's an extension to the franchise, and it's a guilty pleasure of mine, Resident Evil. And Resident Evil 9, I'm for it. I'm going to buy it. However, my cold take, that's my super, hey, I'll give them my money, whatever type of take. They're making another Resident Evil movie, which...
Did you see the last one?
No.
I did.
Was it a CGI one or a live action one or what?
It was live action.
Mia Jokovic or whatever.
Is that who is it?
Djokovic, as I like
Oh
to
wait,
say.
wait. No, I don't think I watched the most recent one. I do love her.
She's fine.
I like her. I
She's
like her.
fine.
But she's not really in them anymore.
Right.
They've moved on.
Well, that's the thing. When I was a kid, I loved the original Resident Evil. Resident Evil Remake was really my first, which came out in 2001. My first Resident Evil movie. And I saw the original film, and I was excited about it until I started watching it, where they were like, hey, we got this cool mansion, this creepy mansion, but we're going to go underground to this giant lab and put a bunch of military people in and pretend it's like aliens and have like a bunch of Marines like fighting zombies, and they have no threat.
Yeah.
And it's just like a big...
Wait, I'm trying to look. Is there a new movie coming out?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, coming out soon. A big budget new Resident Evil franchise film.
What?
Where they're going to plan for a bunch of sequels, yada, yada, yada.
Whoa.
And it bothers me that the Resident Evil franchise with Mila Jokovic or whatever, who married the director, and it's a nepotism clusterfuck. I could go on and on. But again, those films, as a Resident Evil fan, and I love schlock, and they're schlocky as fuck, but there's a difference between video game schlock and movie schlock.
Yes.
And I don't understand the appeal of the Resident Evil films, which have been very, very popular. I don't know why.
I like them.
I don't know why.
I like
It's not for me, but like I want a quiet little mansion
They're
with a
different
few zombies
from the games. They're different from the games.
and a local police special force that like is over their heads, and it's just a handful of zombies and a handful of cops.
You want Jim Jarmusch, the zombie movie with Jim Jarmusch?
Yeah, why not? Like, fuck. I don't want, like, what's her face? The girl from Fast and Furious, Michelle Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like,
You don't
just
want her
like,
shooting them up?
with a submachine gun, like, just shooting up a horde of zombies. That's not Resident Evil to me. Like, I want... Like, just please strip it down. That's all I want. Like, and I love Resident Evil 4, but I love the original Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2 even more than Resident Evil 4.
Well,
like, just strip it the fuck down.
Well, we've been burned many times, too, by film, video game adaptations into film. And I have a feeling that of all the franchises, Resident Evil, they are not going to strip down. But that being said...
I think you're right, which is
But that being
sucks.
said, they have such an opportunity to do something different now that there is going to be an entirely new cast. You know, there's a full, like, kind of rebrand.
Yeah.
Curious what direction they're going to go in.
You don't have to cast the director's wife.
I like her.
That helps.
I think she's such a
fine.
badass. Like, I think she's awesome.
Fine.
I like her a lot. I did want to mention a game.
She's no Jill. She's
Well-
no Claire.
Okay. Then just play the video games.
Not
And he
a
will.
bad take.
And he
Not
will.
a bad take. Yeah, I will.
I also wanted to mention another game that I am excited for, Reanimal.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Reanimal? It's
No.
the same studio that did Little Nightmares. Tarsier?
I mean, I know Little Nightmares, but...
Great game, but they lost that IP. So they couldn't do another Little Nightmares.
They did 3. That's enough.
It's enough. But
Yeah.
I mean, they are great, and I'm glad that they're
Sure.
not stopping. Instead, they've sort of made this new game, Reanimal, which you'll instantly recognize, very similar to Little Nightmares, but looks so good. I mean, if you like Little Nightmares, you're going to like this, but it's creepy. It's weird. I love games like this. We'll see if I get it and how long I last, because while I love games like this, I like to watch other people play them. I don't necessarily love the sort of puzzle challenge hiding.
I was gonna say, yeah, because Little Nightmares, it's got a nice coat of paint, but at the end of the day, it's just like a
It's a
little
puzzle-
hallway puzzler.
it's a
yeah.
puzzle game.
Which I love. I love simplicity.
Yeah, and I played Limbo, and I did enjoy Limbo, which I think was like my sort of soft launch into Little Nightmares.
Yeah, I'd say Little Nightmares is the spiritual successor of
Yeah.
Limbo and Inside.
And Reanimal is truly the spiritual successor
Okay.
to Little Nightmares. But I'm curious. I'm curious what's going to be different now that they've sort of, again, similarly, like can kind of rebrand, make a new game. I hope it's not just Little Nightmares 4, I
Yeah.
hope it's something different, that there's a little more cheese on the za or something. I just made that up. You can
I
use
like
that. You
No,
can use that if you
I
want.
literally, as an Italian American,
A little more cheese on the za.
I like that
A little
a
more
lot.
parm on the za.
yeah. Lasagna or pizza?
Oh, I was thinking pizza.
I was thinking lasagna.
It could be anything, though.
I'm going extra layers
That's
for you.
that's the beautiful thing about Za.
Yeah.
Also, so curious because I loved the original game, and I don't have an Xbox anymore. Fable
What happened?
4.
Did it break?
Yeah, it
Sell
did.
it?
I got the red rings. No, I like OG. I got the red rings.
Oh, like Xbox 360.
Yeah.
We're going way back. Okay.
But Fable, I loved the game Fable. I played Fable before I played Skyrim. So it was like fantasy adventure. That it scratched that itch for me.
RPG, yeah.
RPG.
Yeah.
And Fable 4 is coming out, and people are skeptical. I don't know. I would love to see more footage and kind of more information.
Yeah.
But I do love Fable, and it just makes me kind of nostalgia happy to know that Fable 4 is on the horizon. But also, I haven't really heard much. Like I'm kind of like, oh no, people were really excited, and now it's sort of fallen into quietness. And I'm like, I hope it's still going to come out, and I hope it's good.
I feel like with Fable 4, I also saw that release, prediction, yada, yada, yada. People praise JRPGs and praise those like classics. Fable is more, I mean, it's a bit of a mix between Western RPGs, as you were saying,
Yeah.
and JRPGs, but I think it leans a little more in the turn-based JRPG style
It does.
versus like a Skyrim or something a little more active like a Fallout series. And people have nostalgia for it, but it's kind of like, I don't know, have you gone back to a classic Pokemon game in the last 5 years?
In the last 5 years, maybe 6 or 7 years, but even still, it was slow.
Exactly.
It was slow.
It's like a Chrono Trigger. I've been trying to play through Earthbound because, I was a NES main when I was playing Melee back 20 years ago.
Do you speed it up?
I don't speed it up.
I was speeding it up.
I'm purist.
I was speeding it up. And the music was like...
Yeah. I'm playing my Super Nintendo, Nintendo Switch Online
God.
variation, and I'm like, this is one of the best games of all time. I got to appreciate it. When I played through Chrono Trigger 15 years ago, I was like, this is great. But like similar with that game, and similar when I try to play my Pokemon Silvers, my Pokemon Reds, I'm like, oh no. I just don't have the patience for it anymore. I'm too old.
I don't have the patience.
And in my brain, I wish I never even touched Pokemon Red, Pokemon Silver again, because in my brain, it was, we talked about nostalgia a lot. It's an amazing experience. And then when you go back, you're just like, oh God, I got to grind through this battle before I do the flying Pokemon gym.
This is kind of why I'm glad I don't even have an Xbox anymore, because like I'm not tempted to get Fable 4 and try to go down that path. And I'm like, maybe that's good, because in my mind, Fable, like I don't even want to look up gameplay footage of Fable, because in my mind it's so crisp. Like it's so clear, but I know when I look it up, it's going to be like blocky, like beep, boop, boop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like people who like are nostalgic for Fable, if they actually went back and played Fable 1 through 3, and Fable fans, you're gonna kill me. I'm ready for it. Come at me. But like go back and play the game, and it's probably gonna be a little clunkier than you remember, and you obviously gotta upgrade Fable 4, and so it's not like they can make a VAT system for Fable 4. Maybe they will.
Maybe they'll be like a strength or something.
Yeah, they got to update it, but that's going to rub certain people the wrong way, and I feel like it's going to be almost impossible to strike the right balance for Fable 4 to satisfy everyone.
When you're making
let alone being a blockbuster.
Yeah, and when you're making a Fable 4, sure, you have the Fable franchise behind you, but you have to compete then with games like Clair Obscur Expedition 33. That is like completely dominating the JRPG, turn-based combat, amazing like open world RPG game. So
people have moved on from Fable.
I'm
too little, too late.
The nostalgia was just like a quick little pinch for me, and I was like, Fable 4.
It's like Zoolander 2 or Happy Gilmore 2, where it's like, oh, cute, but the humor's outdated.
Yeah,
and it just doesn't work.
And
it's like JRPGs are like comedies where you can make a sequel 20 years ago and it's going to sell well initially. But at the end of the day, there's going to be a disconnect there. That's what I feel.
And if you're going to change the game completely, make a new game at that point, if you really want to take it in a different direction.
Which, I mean, you have the chance to prolong it with other sequels and creating a new franchise. You're going to miss out on the initial sales, but like you actually have a chance to make something creative and new and unique instead of just making a Fable 4 that people are going to be excited about for a weekend and then be like, oh yeah, this isn't as great as I remembered. and the rose-colored glasses are gonna fall off, shatter on the floor,
Shatter.
and you're gonna feel
And then
like
you're gonna whisper Rosebud.
exactly. You're gonna feel like Burgess Meredith in
Yeah.
Twilight Zone, where your glasses are broke and you're
Oh,
stuck
that
in the
one.
apocalypse, and you're just like
Can't see or read anything.
exactly. So that's how I feel about it. That's very cynical.
I do want to jump. We have Avery with us today. I'm really excited to talk to her. We're going to jump more in about esports, the esports awards, what she thought, how it went. I also wanted to quickly, before we jump to that segment, esports awards versus game awards. Let's just quickly say what the differences are. I mean, I think clearly esports awards are for esports specifically,
Right, yeah.
where they can be recognized for their talents, their teams, their accomplishments over the year. Whereas game awards, to me, and especially recently, have become more like the Academy Awards, where they really want to have.
They wish.
Well, they wish, but personally, I like the Game Awards because I think it's a fun thing to
Yeah.
just where the games are recognized, and when it's a game you love or a voice actor you love, they kind of get the kudos.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't really care about
No,
them.
and that's the problem. And we'll talk
Yeah.
about this more with Avery.
I wondered if you were like finger on the pulse of the Game Awards.
No,
and-
well, because no one gives a fuck.
also,
as
they're not.
honestly.
Also, sorry, they're not inviting us. If you guys invited us, we would be
No,
we'd
this
be talking about this.
This is just our opinion.
Yeah, like we'd love to come to the Game Awards. Thank
For
you.
sure. But as someone who is, I don't have friends, so like I don't play esports a lot. I know we're on an esports channel, controversial. Yeah.
Get this guy some friends.
I know. No, but really though, it's like game awards to me are focused not just on big communities of gaming. Best game of the year, I feel like, is more game awards than esports. 'Cause
Totally. And it's always AAA, like
Right.
best game of the year is the best game of the year, and you've definitely heard of it. But then they also recognize indie games.
For sure.
It's cool.
Yeah, Silksong was nominated at least for Game of the Year at the Game
And
Awards.
that's amazing.
Esports, they didn't even recognize it at all whatsoever.
not in esports.
Exactly. Which, you know what? Hey,
And
different
that's-
strokes for different
That's
folks.
the difference.
Yeah, but that's the problem. As you were saying, they're trying to make it like the Oscars, like the Grammys,
Yeah.
like the Emmys, which I'm a movie guy. And I haven't watched the Oscars since Will Smith smacked the shit out of Chris Rock, personally.
Yeah.
But like, there's still a tradition to it, and the game awards, especially esports awards as well, trying to fit into that niche of trying to be like having the credibility of that big old school traditional, award show, which
Right.
like is just not the market that gaming is, and that's a good thing. That's why I like gaming. But that's where there's the disconnect of people
Yeah.
who are funneling the money into these things and expecting it to be the Oscars with a
Yeah.
red carpet, and that's just not
And that's not
what
to
we
say,
want as gamers, and that's not what the games frankly want to
Yeah.
represent themselves as either.
I was
And
gonna
there's
say-
a disconnect there, is what it is. It's clear that people who aren't playing the actual video games are thinking that it fits into this Oscar box.
And that's not to say they don't deserve, categories and subcategories and accolades.
Sure.
The studios and the performers and the devs do deserve that.
Yeah.
But I agree with you that
But you don't need to rent out the Ford Theater and shoot Lincoln in the head
They're-
to like
they're
have these
doing
accolades.
square peg, round hole.
Exactly.
And just listen to the gamers, listen to the people who
Right.
enjoy these games because they're your audience.
A quiet like digital announcement with somebody, a streamer like iShowSpeed, having him just announce, hey, the game of the year is this, is way more marketable and valuable. And I don't even watch iShowSpeed, but
Yeah.
I respect him. Is way more, that would be more
yeah.
significant than renting out a Hollywood theater and filling it with a bunch of people with like Prada dresses and having a big envelope opening ceremony. I don't give a fuck, and I feel like most gamers don't give a fuck about that kind of pomp and circumstance.
Let us know what you think and what you would like to see, but I definitely do want to talk to Avery about her experience. So stick around. We're going to have her on in literally 1 second, so don't go anywhere.
Coming up next, Level Play. Welcome back.
Welcome back. We are so excited to have Avery back on the show. That's right. She came back. We asked her, and she said yes. We are so happy to have you back. Maybe if you didn't see the previous episode, Avery just attended the Esports award show, which we were talking about amongst many other things.
Air horns. Pew, 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 pew.
And I'm assuming that you saw not only the previous episode, but our other previous episodes in which we've had Avori on and have talked to her. But for those that might be unfamiliar with you, Avori, please introduce yourself for the folks at home.
I'm Avori, and I am a full-time gamer, content creator extraordinaire. I don't know. I always feel weird doing these introductions.
Yeah, we
I've been
put
on
you
a
on the spot.
couple. Yeah, it's fine. I've been on a couple reality TV shows. Lost both of them. What else do you want to know?
You also hosted one on ESR.
Season 5, Battle for the Rose.
Exactly. So you
which
can't lose that one.
You won the hearts of many hosting that show.
Exactly.
So.
That was one of my favorite things I've ever done.
Really?
In like the hosting space, or like even just filming, recording, scheduled content.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things that I've done, actually. It was so fun. I met so many amazing people. I've even met up with Sydney since, like when I've been in New York a couple times.
Yes.
Yeah, Sydney's awesome.
It was
Cool.
so fun. Actually, just selfless plug for Avori's YouTube, but we did a really fun reality series, murder mystery series that Avori was so kind and invited me to come do with a bunch of really fun folks. Made a lot of friends, made a lot of enemies.
That's
too.
super cool. I was really appreciative for the invite that you guys totally extended to me. That I was just so busy, I couldn't make it.
Right.
But you totally extended that invite, and I just couldn't make
come.
it. Yeah, that was
Yep.
really great.
Yeah, I know. Such unfortunate timing that you twisted your ankle like right before we started recording.
Yeah.
So unfortunate.
And we're at
indeed.
the doctor due to the ankle twist.
Yeah, not licking my wound.
Anyway,
right now.
Avori, Avori, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I've been very busy. Lots of things in the works right now. I feel like I'm in such a transition period of life between, some conversations happening in the reality TV space, and then other conversations happening in my personal life of like, should we start a family and like chill out a little bit? So
Same.
like, it's a weird time, but I feel like these are the times that build you the most as a person, because I don't know what's next,
I can relate to
but
that.
I'm here.
I'm at the point in life where I'm desperately in love with the woman of my dreams currently. I'm gonna marry her, hopefully, as long as I don't fuck things up. But I didn't think I'd want kids, but I want kids because I want kids with this person. She's amazing.
Aw.
my God.
Yeah, no, I'm so desperately in love, and it's amazing. Like I'm so smitten. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
No, I really mean that though. Like she's my world.
But I think we can all relate too with what you're saying, Avori, is like that is happening, I think, in a lot of our
it's
minds
tough
and brain, and it's the time, but then
Yeah.
also we are all involved in industries and spheres where like you're prided on how much you work
Right.
and how you're always booked and,
and that's the
blessed
thing.
and
It's
busy.
like I was so focused on providing for myself and then providing for me and my partner. And now it's like, oh, a family's in the mix. It's like, well, now how do I recalibrate that type of thing? And reality TV has always been something I've really been really been passionate about. I've been wanting to apply for Survivor and Big Brother like my whole life, especially Big Brother.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Big Brother has been like, I've been a Big Brother fan.
That's your
my
number
whole
one.
life.
Okay.
That's my number one. Because I'm sorry, Survivor, like, I think I could do okay because I'm minimalist. Like, feed me garbage, I will sustain myself. I'm a very low maintenance person, pretty minimalist. But Big
Not
Brother.
me.
Not me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Avori's not going on Survivor.
I need the big budgets. I want hotels,
Yeah, well, that's what.
luxury meals.
Would you do Big Brother?
Yeah,
Yeah, I would.
that's
That's what I got cast on
really
during COVID, and the show got pushed back because of COVID.
Yep.
And so the casting director that cast me on Big Brother was like, hey, I have this other show that I think you'd be interested in. I ignored her for like 5 months.
I mean, that
And
Netflix
then-
money. Better
and
than
then it ended
CBS
up-
these days.
Is it? I don't know. I feel like they're about the same. It depends on the show. I will say, if you're like a known reality TV star, the budget pretty much triples,
Of course.
or quadruples. But like my first show was like pennies. I
Yeah.
mean, I couldn't even pay my rent with the money that they gave me. for the filming.
I guess
so.
that's my question that I'm trying to lead into a little bit is
Yes, Marcus.
this is not a controversial one. I know.
I love you.
You're
Avery.
prepared for me
Marcus,
now.
Get to the question.
Yeah, no, I mean, as someone who has a peripheral interest in reality TV, would you recommend it? Or are there caveats? And again, I don't want to put you on the spot, something you don't want to say. I know you have a brand to maintain, but just kind of off the cuff, like, would you say reality TV yay or nay based on your experience for someone who is uninitiated in that whole kind of world, which is a whole different world?
Would she recommend somebody try to get into reality TV?
As someone on the fringes of the industry like myself, like,
that's a good question.
Should I lean into reality TV or should I avoid it based on your experiences, which is a very loaded question, I realize, and we can cut all of this if we need to, but I'm genuinely curious.
I will say it depends on your personality type. If you're the type of person that like needs constant like affirmation and people next to you like reassuring you, you will crumble in that environment. Like it just will not work. I think that I've seen people exit shows because they can't handle it. And it's weird because it's not like it's hard in the sense of like, you know, you're going on a show and you're filming. That isn't the hard part. The hard part is the isolation. So they take away your phone, any contact you have with anyone you know, and they drop you into this setting of people that don't know you, that are skeptical of you, that probably don't treat you very fairly or very right. And they do have resources, but when you're filming, like you're there for a job. So you have to put those feelings aside. And then when you're not filming, depending on the show that you're on, you are locked in a room, like literally locked like Cinderella. They don't give you a room key so you can get in and out. You have no cell phone, no credit cards so you can buy anything. They even take the cell phone out of, or the phone out of the hotel room. So you have no way of contacting anyone, which for me personally, I'm a really independent person. And that was scary. Like I was in a foreign country and I don't know if this is TMI, but I'm just going to say it. I was in a foreign country. I needed tampons and I couldn't, I was like, I have no one to contact. I'm locked in a room and we were in the forest. So I was like, it was this lodge hotel and it was these individual little houses and each individual little house had a key. And so everyone was locked in a different house. And I remember opening my door and knowing that if I let it shut, like I'm not going to be able to get back in. So I opened my door, I looked left, I looked right, and I was like, there's no one. Like no one is here to help me.
And my question, because I've never worked on reality TV, the producers, like, is there a way to contact them when you're not filming to be like, can somebody help me?
No.
Like, no, they're just...
No. So usually what they're supposed to do is give you their room number. So if you do need to exit, you can go to their room, knock on the door, and then they have your key to let you back in. Jeez. But unfortunately with like film schedules, there were honestly multiple times where I did not know where my chaperone was. Yeah. And sometimes we were in hotels with like 30 floors and they make it a point to put each person on a different floor because they don't want you knowing where the other contestants are. So like, yeah, it was just weird. Like we were changing hotels every 3 days. So we would go stay in a different spot every 3 days. So even if you did learn, you know, what room your friend was in, so in case you had an emergency or something, you still couldn't retain that information because we were changing rooms all the time. And I will say we went, the longest period we went without filming was 13 days. And I was locked in a room the whole time. It was 3 different hotels, 7 days in one hotel, 3 days in one, and 3 to 4 in the other. And so it was just really, it was awful.
That sounds amazing. That sounds like paradise.
The isolation, I think I'm similar to you, Avery. Like, I'm fine. Like, I'm independent. I can keep myself busy. Not having my phone, though, like, that is a problem just because some of the things I do to keep myself busy is, like, being on my phone, you know, just, like, scrolling, messing around. But I think
and there's nothing in the room.
Right.
You have no TV. You have no phone.
No
You're just
TV.
in the room.
No TV.
You're just sitting there.
Wait, what do you do for
Or-
entertainment? I gotta ask. If you don't mind.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Okay.
pure. It's complete isolation, like a prison cell.
There's no
You're just
streaming
sitting
service.
there.
Like you can't
There's
watch like a
nothing.
70s movie. I know
There's
that you don't want to do like
nothing.
modern news,
Marcus,
but like
there's
It depends.
nothing.
what if I
It
want to watch
depends.
like Elliot Gould's La Long Goodbye?
They don't have that.
like a nice noir,
they
neo
don't
noir.
have that.
What? What about
So
Turner Classic Movies? Like, give us something, right?
I mean, some of the hotels had TVs that had local channels on it, and there was one time where a movie was playing, and I got to watch a movie, and it was the best thing ever. It was Blue Crush. The rest
Oh,
of the
great
time, it
movie.
was
The surfer movie.
the rest of the time, there was either
I
not a
like it.
TV in the room, or there was not stations of television that I would watch. When I was filming in Mexico, it was all in Spanish, like Mexican. Like, there's no way I could have watched it and enjoyed it. There was
Dios
just
mío.
nothing to do.
And I think this is the bigger point about reality TV that I know, unlike Marcus, I don't have an interest. I know it's not for me. I don't have the mental fortitude. I don't have the mind games. Like, I
Yeah.
can't be put in isolation and be like beaten down and broken down and then pushed into a filming scenario
Yeah,
and sort
that's
of
how they get
forced to like make controversy. Like, I'm too
They
honest.
rally up and then
Well,
put
they
you on
don't.
camera.
They don't want me. Like, I'm too honest and I'm too just like who I am that I
Yeah.
think I would immediately crumble. I wouldn't do well with social stuff. I would just be like, "Oh, okay, you don't like me? Okay, I'll leave. Like, no problem. I'll go home. Okay, bye everybody." But yeah, I don't know. You have to be mentally fortuitous to like be able to take that on and do the show.
I think that's where you and I differ. Where like I don't need any of that. Put me in a room with a rock. I'll keep myself entertained.
Insane.
I just like can't. I can't embarrass my girlfriend or my mother. Is like where I'm at. You know, like I got a big Italian
don't know.
family, and that's the thing. In reality TV, you already are like poking holes here because it's like they will.
No, it's just not like, it's not, you can't prepare for it. Like, you
Right.
say you can do it, but you don't know until you get there. And the other thing is, like, once you are pushed to that limit where you're like basically suffering for like human connection, where you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't seen anyone. I need like exercise. I need to like get out of this place. And then you get put in front of a camera and they give you this crazy mission to complete. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay. And now you've got to like work with people. Well, I just spent 4 days like twiddling my thumbs and folding my clothes over and over again because I was so bored. And now I'm like thrown in and they're like, action, go, like complete the mission. And I'm just brain dead because
Yeah.
I've sat in a room for 13 days. And then not only that, you're exhausted because you
Yeah.
film for sometimes 14 to 16 hours. And I remember specifically this one scene, okay? And they cut the scene probably because it was not good.
Because you did
but-
too good. You didn't give them the controversy that they wanted. As much.
You did too good.
Not to assume. You know what they say about assuming.
Yes.
It's awesome.
What is the scene, Avery?
So we had just completed a mission. We were about 12 hours into filming, and we were supposed to sit and eat and talk about what we had just done. And we were just like, oh, that was really hard. We were just talking about it. And the executive producer walks down the stairs and goes, guys, I'm bored. And I looked around at the other 4 people at the table, and all of them just started yelling at each other. And I was just sitting there going, I was like, I am not dumb enough for that.
Good for
No,
you.
I'm-
Yeah.
I'm dumb in my own ways, but like I'll be dumb on my own accord. Okay, you cannot force me into being dumb.
You can't puppet me into being dumb. I'll just be dumb on camera accidentally.
Yes, I'll do it for you.
If
Oh
the
my
executive
God.
producer is coming in demanding for content and
I'm
controversial
bored.
content, no, fuck that.
Fuck
like,
you.
good for you. Like,
But you know
that's-
what? You know what I probably would struggle with a lot is the lack of video games. That's right. We're talking about
Oh, we're
video games
bringing it
now.
back to the podcast theme.
Turning left back.
I-
Segue.
I had them drive me to a video game center to play video games for 2 hours on one of our off days. I literally begged them and they did it. I could not believe it. This was not on the mole. This was on
love
Battle Camp.
that. I
because
love that.
once you're like an all-star, they give you more perks.
Yeah.
Like we were allowed
Sure.
to have our cell phones a little bit, things like that,
Yeah.
because we know the drill.
They'll treat you like dirt, but they'll give you 2 hours of video game.
We
you know,
need to talk about
enjoyment.
video games at least a little bit. I do want to talk more about the Esports Awards. So on the previous episode, we kind of left on this cliffhanger, just about, not even a cliffhanger, but we left talking about how the Esports Awards, having since been bought by Saudi Arabia, which they've pumped a lot of money into the awards and everything in esports, which is cool and good. And esports is super international, super global. Amazing to see that. But Avery was saying how the award show has become less, well, in your opinion, you think it might just entirely leave the United States and be put on in another country, which is unfortunate, considering that the Esports Awards were a US-based award show that like US gamers and content creators could easily get to. But you were saying that this award show, were there any live hosts at all, or was it all pre-recorded?
Everything was pre-recorded as far as the award ceremony went. They did have like a live taping of like the influencers that were there on the red carpet. But I will say it was a very strange atmosphere for the first time. And I don't know if this is just like the current economy or what's going on, but this is the first event that I went to where people were like visibly and verbally stressed. Like people were, I don't know if it's because we thought we were attending this award ceremony, we show up and it's a taped recording, or if it's truly what's going on in the industry. But the talk amongst all of the people that I chatted with, and I know everyone in this industry at this point, especially at that award ceremony, because I've been going for years. The chatter amongst everyone was that like, where did the money go in the gaming industry? Like people that are huge influencers. I mean, I'm talking triple my size, quadruple my size are like, we haven't had a brand deal since April. And that is scary to me because if that is the case, and maybe I'm linking dots that don't need to be linked. Okay, maybe I am doing that. I apologize if I am.
No.
But if everything is getting bought up by another country, which it seems that there are multiple things that are getting bought up, not just by Saudi Arabia, but multiple other countries are buying aspects of the gaming industry that was founded in America. And if that's the case, that money is gone. Like it's not getting funded back into America. Now it's getting funneled through other organizations outside of America. And I'm wondering, is that the reason?
This is an interesting conversation because Marcus and I have talked about this, and it feels conspiratorial. Like you're like, oh,
I know.
it's leaving the U.S. But we've talked about this with the acting industry and the film industry as a whole. And we've said it like since the beginning of the year. We've been talking about how productions have been moving to film in other countries and not in the US because they can pay people less because the cost of living in other countries is less. So their income is less. They have universal health coverage. So like they don't have to pay insurance on their health coverage like you do in the US and things like that. So there's like incentive. And from a economic, top down view or whatever, yeah, sure, they're saving money. Like I do understand it. I'm not stupid. But at the same time, the repercussions of that they have moved, game studios, award shows, films, TV shows, you're totally right. The money is not circling back in. The actors that aren't big enough to get the work in those other countries, or the people who aren't well off enough to fly to a game awards or to like do something in another country, the money doesn't return to us. Like it is.
It's true. And I will say, like, if you look at the past esports awards, they were sponsored by, I don't know if I'm allowed to like name drop companies, but they were sponsored by massive companies. I'll name drop one of them. Samsung was a huge sponsor of the esports awards last year because of the way that it was ran, because of the fact that there were going to be 500 massive influencers there, because of the fact that there was going to be a live on stage tournament after the awards that was going to be streamed on Twitch and YouTube. And if you take that away, you take away all of the influencers, you take away the fact that it's a live show. Samsung's no longer interested in sponsoring that. And I got paid for that. And this year I did not get paid to attend these awards. In fact, I lost money because I had to spend money on my outfit. Okay.
No, that's fascinating though. I mean, Samsung, first of all, is like, not to be controversial, Samsung is very tied into the South Korean economy. Like Samsung is a huge, it's like a significant double-digit portion of the South Korean economy as a whole. Like it's, a big part of that economy. I don't know. I don't want to speak out of turn of things I don't know about, but my political science point of view is I feel like it's similar to the .com bubble, where I feel like there was a huge kind of push towards video games and esports, similar to the big Twitch buyout by YouTube, and similar, or not YouTube, but whatever the fuck it was, Amazon, right? But I think video games and streaming and esports were trending with this big upsweep that just wasn't quite there yet. Similar to the .com bubble. It's like internet stuff, it was the future, but everyone jumped into the .com bubble and then it burst because we weren't quite there yet. And I feel like it's the same thing with video games and esports, and similar to these game awards where I'm a gamer and I'm also a movie fan. Games were not where movies were, where they deserved. And I believe me, I'm on the wrong platform to make this take, and come at me, like I'm ready for it. But the Esports Award and the Game Awards were not where the Academy Awards were, or the Emmys or the Grammys, and they were acting as if they were, selling out these theaters and these stadiums, having these big live events, and that bubble just wasn't quite filled yet, and so it burst, and I just can't help but feel like they just jumped the gun a little bit by sponsoring these esports teams and these gaming award events, where that medium, the mainstream, if you will, was not there yet.
I'm gonna slightly disagree. Devil's
I'm going off on a long tangent.
No. Devil's
please interrupt
advocate
me.
style, award shows in general. They are wealthy people throwing. It's throwing the Met Gala.
That's
it's
a
throwing,
huge part of it. Yeah.
You know, it's not necessarily for common people to attend, but it's for us to watch. It's for us to watch and enjoy and see performers that we love. And like, if you love esports and you like rep a team and you're so excited for them to be competing or winning, like you're gonna watch and enjoy. But especially for esports, what makes esports so special is the live competition. And live meaning like it could be a LAN party, it could be they're in different countries playing, but the point is that it's like, it is live entertainment. So it is so bizarro strange that they would take that element completely out and just have it pre-recorded videos of people winning an award. Everybody knows, like, that's not everybody's favorite part of award shows. Like, nobody cares
100%.
about that part.
They want to watch it unfold live. And this is another thing too, which this show doesn't exist anymore. So I feel like I can say this. And I will say, just to preface, super grateful to be a part of this show.
Totally.
But I personally think that they did it all wrong. The show that I'm talking about is I was a caster for the NFL's Tuesday Night Gaming. They had the largest sponsors I have ever seen on
the
a
NFL's got that
gaming
money.
TV show. It's the freaking NFL, okay? And they were sponsored by State Farm, Little Caesars, like large companies with a lot of money. And what they did was they pre-recorded so much, like all of these intros and like these cool like little transition things and pre-recorded videos of like the introductions of the players, like a football game. But that's not what the gaming community is. And I expressed this while I was there, that, you know, I think all this pre-recorded stuff is turning people away from watching this show.
Yeah.
And if it were less, I don't want to say less organized, but less
manufactured.
Yes.
Yeah.
Less structured, that is what makes it do well. So what they would do is they would have, you know, the host come out and the host would do these like specific lines with specific sponsor call outs. Then they would kick it up to the caster desk and we would talk about what's about to go down today. And then they would play these videos of all the players like interacting in a pre-recorded video for like 4 minutes. And then they would go down and they would have the NFL players playing against like gamers, which like that part was interesting. I liked that part, but everything else leading up to it took like, it was a 5-hour show.
Yeah.
And there was so much of just like, you know, nonsense happening between. And I expressed to them, I was like, I think that this show isn't doing well because Twitch viewers, like they want to be there. Like you need the camera to be in their face, not hovering over on a glam bot camera, like a show. Like it needs to be, you know, very like organic, natural feeling. That's what Twitch viewers are used to.
You know what I want?
Now, I don't know anything, but it's just my
No, but you
thought.
do. And I mean, I have the same, if you don't mind,
Yeah.
jump in, but like, if you're going to throw your former employer on the bus, let me throw my former employer on the bus. And you didn't do that.
No, I wasn't.
You
and
didn't
hold
do
on,
that.
Mark.
You didn't
And
do
I'm
that. I'm
driving the
sorry.
bus.
Correct
Rope me
yourself.
Do not rope me in. I loved my former employer.
Yes.
The team was amazing. They did an amazing job at what they were told to
Yes.
do.
Yes.
I just don't think the authority that
No.
was telling them how to run this show knew and understood what Twitch viewers truly wanted.
Yes.
That's just my opinion.
Well, no, and
but
your-
I could be wrong.
Your opinion is valid, and I'm so sorry to put you on the hot seat. That is not my intention.
Why don't you go ahead and throw
What
your
I'm saying,
own
I
employer
will.
under the bus?
And listen, I'm so
not me.
I am so incredibly thankful for the opportunity I was given. I worked for Netflix for about 9 months. I was part of an independent kind of team as an asset management development team, but we were very heavy into the Game Awards a few years ago.
Yeah.
I was part of. I worked directly under the director of animation marketing at Netflix, who was an awesome guy. He's incredible. But the people above him were kind of pushing into the, hey, let's really promote the Game Awards and make it like the Oscars. Because the Oscars are this stuffy award show for movies that stretches back to the 1920s. And I'm sorry,
That's
like
not
you said,
what
the modern
gamers-
gaming audience, it's just different.
They
So if
don't
you're going to
want
make
that.
everyone dress up in a suit and tie
Yeah.
and sit through a 5-hour like traditional award show,
don't want that.
does not work for the modern gaming audience, as you're saying. And I saw it and I was like, but I was low man on the totem pole. Like, you spoke out more than I did, but even I was like, maybe we should do it this way, and maybe we should promote it this way, and maybe we should lean into like the streamers who are kind of covering the red carpet type of thing.
Yeah.
But no, it was like, let's do a stuffy, pretentious, Hollywood-esque, red carpet-esque event. And I was just like, that's not gonna work. And sure enough, like, it did terribly as far as ratings are concerned, because nobody cared. Gamers are they're a different generation.
Yeah.
There are 6, 7 motherfuckers that are gonna take the,
And the ADHD is intense. Like, they're not going to
Yeah.
want to sit there and
Yeah.
watch the same, even a panning camera of one award show is not interesting. What I want to see as
Exactly.
a viewer, and I think what they want to see is like, let's see what's happening at the table. Who's talking to who?
Right.
What are they saying? Like, do they agree with who won? Like, I want to see what the people that I like to watch actually are thinking.
Yeah.
I don't want to
100%.
just watch them watch.
100%.
Yeah, I want to watch them talk about like, ooh, like, who do you think is gonna win? Like, oh, like, I don't know, that other guy should have won.
Right.
I want to see like the juicy
the
stuff,
controversy and the opinions. And yes, I am diagnosed with ADHD. Yes, I have a heavy prescription of Adderall that is coursing through my veins right now. But like,
No.
is it not obvious?
No.
I know, shocking.
We had no idea.
I know, crazy, but like 100%, it's just a different audience. And I love old school Hollywood. I love films. I watch the Oscars every year, although I watch it in 4 chunks at my own leisure
there's a time-
because I'm a different generation.
I mean, as a person who games
Yeah.
myself, God knows I have 2 or more monitors with multiple shit going on at all
Right.
times. Like, I have multiple windows open.
So I knew the Netflix coverage of the Game Awards was not going to do well as
No.
someone who worked at Netflix. And I was trying to promote it and trying to make it work, but I knew that would fall flat on its face.
I agree with Avery. You know what I want? I want little lav mics on everybody,
Yes.
so that you could cut to them when they're muttering to
I want them
themselves.
to go like, fuck when they
Talk-
lose.
yes.
Yeah, they'll be like,
Yes.
motherfucker.
No, literally,
yeah.
like talking quietly, like muttering to their teammates,
Right.
or like talking. You know what I want? I want an
Yeah, or like a camera guy who goes and sits down at each table
Right.
and like swaps from table to table to see what's going on where.
Yeah.
And if we're gonna,
I think that's the most
if we're
interesting.
gonna
think it's
cut
so-
to something silly, have a live full orchestra playing the Mario Kart theme song and have people play Mario Kart against each
Yeah.
other as a break, as like a palate cleanser. Like,
love that.
Don't have pre-recorded, fluff nonsense that an agency
Yes. Oh.
thinks is funny and a good idea that has nothing to
Right.
do with any. Like, I don't know. There's so many things that we can do that just talk to gamers.
The Oscars
talk
were
to people.
already dying. If it wasn't
Yes.
for Will Smith smacking the shit out of Chris Rock, they'd already be dead.
The one thing that I do want them to keep, though, from the Oscars,
Yeah.
is that glam bot red carpet. Boy, do I
mean-
love the red carpet. They should put that everywhere. I want to go. I want to be in that. So keep that. Whoever's listening, keep that and then invite me.
I mean, you are both fashion-forward young women in the world.
I love to dress up.
Absolutely.
I love to dress up.
I mean, but I feel like the average gamer doesn't give a fuck, which I'm right there with you.
Avery also likes to dress up.
I'm sure she does. But again, you're not the average
But
gamer.
no, I'll dress up like Cyberpunk. I'll do like a cool thing. I don't have to
Okay.
wear a gala dress. Like you dress how you want to,
Sure.
present.
Fair. I'm looking at the viewer, not the influencer point
That's
of view.
true. There are two different things. There are
Right.
people that would go to the award show, and then there's the
You got
viewer.
both of you have a lot of fans, you know? You got thousands of fans, both of you, which is I'm looking at building an audience, not looking at building
But I think that brings
There's
up
lots of performers who would love to get paid to
But
go to these events.
that brings up a good point too. Like there is the experience of watching a live award show, and there is the experience that you want to create for people watching recorded of a live award show. And I think, boy howdy, a recording of a recording is not what anybody.
It's not good.
No.
Obviously, again, these are all just my opinions. I don't really know anything, but I think part of the lure to these types of events, especially award ceremonies, is that people get to look forward to something outside of the actual awards. So, for instance, like the Met Gala, like you get to see like designs you've never seen before.
Yeah.
I think that if the esports industry mastered showcasing something that people have never seen before in tandem with a live show that's maybe similar to like the Golden Globes or something like that, then maybe that could work because now you get a second reason to watch. But just simply like recording an award ceremony for people that are like drama driven, for people that want like the juicy deets, like that we are so used to having a camera right up in someone's face and knowing their every thought that it doesn't work as well. And I will say this, very controversial statement, but it's truly what I believe, and I have seen it happen. I don't know about every award ceremony, but most of them, in my opinion, are allegedly rigged. So that really takes away from, in my opinion, what's going on. Like, I want to see the votes. I want to know, I want to see like counters. I feel like another thing with Twitch and live streams and the gaming community is transparency. There's no way to lie because you've got a camera in your face that is live.
Yeah.
Other types of shows, like they can fabricate these things, you know, with acting, we're used to seeing things like you swap cameras, you know, that's a separate take.
Yeah.
And it's okay because that's what we're used to. We understand that there's a story being told. It's totally fine. And it's part of the art of film. But with live streaming and with gaming, I want full transparency. I mean, I want to know that what I'm watching is real. And I want to see the people's real reactions to what I'm watching, and do they think what I think?
Yeah.
What are their reactions? And I think if somebody mastered that, it would be life-changing for this industry.
I mean, it exists on Twitch, like live polls.
Yeah.
You set a live poll for your chat, and like everybody, like that's totally possible. And I agree. And it takes me back almost to like Nickelodeon, like the Nickelodeon like
Kids' Choice Awards. Oh, those are
wait,
rigged
what
as
is it?
fuck.
Kids Choice Awards. Kids Choice Awards.
Those are
yes,
rigged.
I loved that.
It used to be, they're rigged, of course, but it evoked the feeling of like real kids at home were calling in or like voting and like, I don't know.
I mean, to me, it's again fitting a square peg into a round hole where the People's Choice Awards, I don't believe is rigged. It might be. I mean, it probably is. But like, that is a more genuine gauge of the public's reaction where the Academy, we all hear about the Academy with the Oscars.
Right. It's a group of people who vote.
It's people
not
who are
the
directors, producers,
people.
and the in on Hollywood. It's a very exclusive club, blah, 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 blah,
The
blah.
Esports Awards, the Game Awards should
What
be
I listen to is the SAG
the
Awards,
people.
honestly.
Yeah, SAG Awards are great.
Which we're a little biased on that, but like that is more true. But at the same time, I still put the Oscars on the top. The problem is gaming is nothing like movies, where it's like that's old Hollywood and there's a certain prestige to that tradition. Gaming is a completely different industry. And so all the funding that you were talking about previously that were put to the Game Awards is because they thought gaming was trending up and up and up as the new medium, and it's just not that. It's something different.
It's different.
But you have old heads who are like trying to put it in that box of a 20s award ceremony for movies that just doesn't fucking work.
They have to pivot.
So you have to pivot and have something different, not putting people in an old Ford Theater type of thing where Lincoln gets shot, and it's like,
that's old.
I don't know where I went with that. But anyway, regardless, it's just, there's a disconnect there, whereas the money is coming from people who don't understand
100%.
that this is a different industry that needs something different.
it's coming from people who want their organization to win.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
You know?
Yeah.
No, 100%. Like
They're
you
gonna
said.
put their
And I'm
finger in the
not-
pot. Yeah.
I'm not saying that specifically about the esports awards, but I have heard whispers of people getting asked, do you want to win this year?
Yeah.
And we can make that happen.
Yeah.
So I would say it's definitely not out of the question. I can't confirm that, but I do feel like I've sensed that in some of these award ceremonies where I'm like, how I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
I've never,
Yeah.
no one sitting next to me, no one around me has ever heard of this thing. How did they win?
I mean, this has been so fascinating and like enlightening, and I think a lot of viewers would love to hear more about this, and I would love to have you on, in the future for another episode because we're running out of time. Like I want to keep talking
I'd
about
love
this.
to have you on tomorrow.
Again. We just have like an Avery rotation. She just comes back every
Honestly,
episode. I wouldn't be
I
mad.
would be cool with that.
If
Yeah.
Avery was our guest for it was just hanging out. We're just shooting the shit. Before we go, though, because we have to get to our tier list, or actually, we have to get to our own award show. We're going to host
that's
the Marcus
right.
and
Well, that
Sydney
might come before this.
award
but,
show.
we'll
Whatever.
edit it how we need to.
I want to ask you before we leave you, do you have any games or anything you're looking forward to for next year?
Ooh, next year.
Or on the horizon? We don't have to put a date on it.
I've been super into Battlefield and Arc Raiders lately. So I hope that Battlefield makes a couple changes to make the game better. First of all, can we just talk about the pinging system? Oh, whoever made the keybinds.
Take a page out of Arc
pinging
Raiders.
system.
I don't know
Take
what
a
you guys
page
are
out of Arc
talking about.
Raiders. The pinging system is amazing in Arc Raiders. Fix it in Battlefield.
Yes, thank you. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to like the progression of the gaming industry. I think we're actually on a trajectory of having really great games to play. And for a while, it was like Warzone, and Warzone wasn't good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I think things are ramping up, and I'm excited to see what people release and how they improve these games that I already love.
Yay. Oh, I love ending on a positive note. We've been so there's been a lot of tension in this episode, but
I was about to talk about Shakespeare in Love being rigged by Harvey Weinstein to beat Saving Private Ryan. Insert that wherever you want. He's gonna cut it.
We simply have to end our wonderful interview. Avery, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for all of your wise wisdom about the esports world right now. Hopefully it's not as bad as we predict it will be. But I love ending on this positive note. So thank you, and we would love to have you back anytime you want to hang out with us.
Thank you for being a
Thanks for having me.
bright ray of sunshine in our cynicist kind of gray cloud of a
quickly,
world.
plug your stuff. Where can people
Please.
find you?
My name is spelled pretty unique, so you can just search it. I'm sure something will come up.
Spell it for us. Let's hear it.
A as in Apple, V as in Victor. This is what I do when I'm on the call with
I
credit
love
card
it.
companies and stuff. V as in Victor, O as in Oscar, R as in Richard, I as in Igloo.
Easy.
Avori.
Easy. So look Avery up, see what she's streaming and what she's up to, and stick around because we got more coming up next. Marcus and Sydney Award Show. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Marcus and Sydney Award Show.
Jazz hands.
We're hosting an award show for this segment.
I don't know what we're rewarding or awarding or.
Let's do like a 2025. You can pick a game.
Okay.
You can pick a life experience that
Oh,
you
boy.
had. You can pick a person. I know he's gonna pick his
What life?
girlfriend.
She's the only one I need. You
So
know?
let's do. I'm gonna give my first award. Oh, sorry. Okay, hold on. Shuffle.
Well, everyone loves me on the internet, so I got a bunch of people to
That's
choose from.
true. Big love for
Everyone
Marcus on
loves
the
me
comment
internet.
section.
Mhm.
The first award is cutest cat that lives in my apartment, and the nominees are the gray cat, the black cat, and Hero, the calico cat.
The Cheshire Cat. Shout out.
Get him out of there. And then
Yes,
shuffle. I open the envelope. The award is My cat hero.
No, I disagree. Ashtray.
Ashtray, Marcus's
Throw up
cat.
a picture. I'll provide the picture.
Usurped by Ashtray, Marcus's cat. My cats are really. I would actually like to hear which cat you prefer.
Let's
Thanks.
put up a poll.
Put up a poll.
My cat's a tortie. She
Give
thinks
me,
she's a dog.
Give me your worst flop of the year, like a game that was anticipated or just something.
Game or movie? Because
Oh, let's do movie. Let's do movie. This guy loves movies.
well, we talked about Borderlands already and our take about how that was
But a flop
shit
has to
show
be
waiting to happen.
a flop has to be something that you thought was gonna be good. Oh, you know what? I have one.
Okay.
Madam Web.
That's like, I think we're going back like 2 years.
Was that
at
2
this
years
point.
ago?
Yeah.
It lives rent free in
That's
my
Sony
brain. Okay, okay.
Pictures. What is up with Sony still trying to hold on to whatever they can of the Marvel license and then just dropping
Just
the fucking ball
Just
and shit in the bed?
Just destroying it.
That's what I feel like Sony has
we
been
can
doing.
do Borderlands as the flop.
It's been bad. I
It's
mean,
been bad.
historically bad. And we already have like a whole TikTok about it. And
Okay, how about the most anticipated but unreleased movie sequel that just hasn't happened, but everybody wants it?
the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire. I mean, listen, the original Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man was decent.
Ooh, wow.
It's as mediocre as it gets, you know? And I
I
like Andrew Garfield. I like Emma Stone, but I would have preferred the Sam Raimi kind of version of that Spider-Man 4 situation.
In the crossover,
Yeah.
it was really nice to see Tobey Maguire again, and I would be down to see him
But like,
don the suit in his own film again.
would you rather have a Spider-Man 4 sequel to Spider-Man 3, which was a little rough, although emo Peter Parker lives in my head rent-free forever.
Yeah.
And relatable as fuck.
His little hair.
But like, would you, because I know my answer, would you rather have a Spider-Man 4 Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire sequel, or the Amazing Spider-Man franchise 1 and 2 with Andrew Garfield not existing at all? That's one option. Or the universe we live in, where, yeah, it ended at Spider-Man 3, emo Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then the Andrew Garfield
Maybe they stopped it where they-
franchise came and failed and
Yeah,
fell flat on its face.
I did like the Andrew Garfield. Okay, next question.
But you didn't give your answer.
Next award.
No, you didn't give your answer though.
Funniest game that I downloaded this year.
Spider-Man 4 would have been better.
And the winner is
Sorry, Jamie Foxx.
The winner is the game RV There Yet. It's a game where you must climb a mountain in an RV with your friends, and you're all short little bald guys who smoke cigarettes and drink beers. It's a great game.
Can you play as Ice Cube?
No.
Then I'm not.
One more award. Then the award show's over and you have to go home.
Oh golly. Favorite bodega in New York / what is your New York sandwich choice of all time? I'm gonna get real local on this one.
I don't often order sandwiches. I'm not a sandwich girly. But
What do you get at the bodega then? Whatever you want.
chips and a pickle. Chips and a
Okay.
pickle and a Modelo Chelada. But
So you basically just pay whatever is picked off the shelves. And
Yeah,
you don't
whatever's left.
You're not actually like a friend of the.
no. I'll get I guess I really do love a classic like breakfast sandwich, a bacon, egg, and cheese.
If they don't call you your Habibi at the local bodega,
I
you're
wish.
doing it wrong.
I call their cat by her name, Nova. So you know I'm good with the cat. Her name is Nova at my bodega.
Cat's not going to give you some discounts on some amazing deli
But
fare. I'm
I
just
stand
saying.
by classic bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, ketchup, everything on it.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Although I hold the ketchup because I put some hot sauce on the side.
I put hot sauce on it.
Fair. What do you get it? Because the classic is the roll. You put it on a normal
Yeah.
breakfast roll.
I like it
And
on
you
a
can't
bagel too.
Shit, you stole my answer.
I like it on an everything
I was gonna
bagel.
Say, oh, fuck you. I was going to say, I mean, we're aligned.
That's
and
the
I
winner.
respect you. Everything bagel, bacon, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, hold the ketchup because I put hot sauce on it on an everything bagel.
Oh my God! Everything bagel, bacon, egg, and cheese won.
That's crazy. We got the winner of the Sydney and Marcus and Next Level Play rewards.
That's the award show, everybody.
Also, Silk Song is the game of the year.
Is the game of the year.
Honorary award to the best actor of the year.
I'm not here.
The Tubi original. I don't think it was on Tubi. What was that? Amazon Prime? Hulu?
I'm not here. I'm on
Who
the
cares?
phone.
Ice Cube's performance, recording from his iPhone 7, for War of the Worlds.
See you on the
Already
next one.
good. I mean, what else is there?
Oh, we got to talk to Samurai. Stick around. It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Certainly not here in the Next Level Play podcast studio, so you should make sure that you know where they are, because we don't know.
We lost them.
checked.
We don't have eyes on them.
We lost them.
Could you predict where they are?
That's
or?
not how it works.
Okay.
I
sorry.
did find one overgrown child. Samurai, how are you
Samurai.
today? Good to see you.
You know, it's great to be here. I'm so excited.
That's so fascinating. What's your prediction for today?
You know, I wanted to give you guys a bit of a 20-part,
That's so fascinating. What's your prediction for today?
And each part is going to have 5 subparts. How's
Samurai,
that
that's so fascinating. What's your prediction for today?
Okay, so the prediction for today, Marvel Rivals. Very popular game, 6v6 hero shooter. I'm sure we're all playing and enjoying Marvel Rivals a lot. But as we all know, there are characters on the roster that are missing that I think we're all waiting to be introduced.
Sure. I mean, we've got extremely well-known ones on the roster currently.
Yeah, some fan favorites.
Yeah.
Some class. Squirrel Girl is there.
Love Squirrel Girl.
Squirrel Girl's
in
there.
the Marvel Multiverse TTRPG, which I love playing. I think she's only like a rank 1 hero, which is
Frankly, very rude.
the lowest you can be.
I don't know if
She's
you guys are actually messing with
street
me
level.
here. Yeah.
Do you know
Yes.
Squirrel Girl?
I have no,
Squirrel Girl is a real Marvel superhero, but she's
sure.
she is like a rank 1, whereas a rank 6 would be
Chipmunk Girl.
no, like Scarlet Witch, just like
Gotcha.
just OP.
Regardless,
Love that Squirrel Girl's there though. Big Squirrel Girl fan.
Yes.
I can't say Squirrel Girl again. Please continue.
So, we have Squirrel Girl, we have a lot of other characters, Marvel characters in Marvel Rivals, but my prediction today is that a new character will be introduced, a character we've been waiting long for.
And we'll all say it on the count of 3.
Yes. 3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
one.
Get
Uncle
on with
Ben.
it.
What'd you say?
Venom.
No, not Venom, but we will get on with it. Uncle Ben. Spider-Man's Uncle Ben.
Uncle.
He's gonna imbue the team with so much wisdom, but he's not gonna stick around long.
Gotta ask. Yeah, just gotta check in.
1 health point.
So, okay, so he will die.
A gust of wind will knock him over.
Because, depending on the multiverse, what world we're in, which Spider-Man we're playing, is it Peter Parker, Miles Morales, there's many different
This
Spider-Man.
is the classic Peter Parker.
So, but he would already be dead if Spider-Man were
Well,
to
timeline-wise, because he's is it canon?
Ben
whatever.
has to die. It's Spider-Man's canon event.
And
It's
within 1 minute of each match, he will die, and the team will feel very inspired to keep fighting.
well, I mean, it could work as long as you nerf regular Spider-Man and all other iterations
Until
of
he
Spider-Man.
dies.
No, we'll just back down to Bonesaw is ready. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, where he has the crappy little, and you have Bruce Campbell being like, "Oh, that name sucks, kid. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You're now the Amazing Spider-Man."
That was a direct quote for the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
You fucking little piece of shit.
Yeah.
You're the Amazing Spider-Man
They
now.
really let him riff.
Yeah.
I was in The Evil Dead. I'm Bruce Campbell. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Sam
I'm gonna
Raimi
play
directed this.
I'm gonna play a theater usher in the next one.
Fuck all of you. I'm Bruce Campbell. Spider-Man.
I could see it as, like you said, I guess his power is to inspire everybody else through the power of sadness and grief
Yes.
to fight more.
And let's be honest, Marvel Rivals needs more grief. It needs sadness. When you go to play Marvel Rivals, don't you feel you're missing a little melancholy?
I agree. And like every time you have him on your team and he does enter the fray after getting like breathed on or whatever, it enters like, I don't know, 7-8 minute FMV cutscene.
Yeah.
And I
yes.
mean FMV because like we're going to go like a 90s style FMV.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, like 240p type style.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of
yes.
like a very gritty type of like weird POV, very dark view of Uncle Ben just minding his own business and getting
Murked.
horribly murdered
And
by
they're gonna
this
have
like.
every character, an animation
Yeah.
for every character.
And then he's gonna like lean over and be like, and he's gonna whisper, he's gonna be like, "Your cousin Peter let me go, and that's why you're dead, you old fuck."
Yeah.
And that's really gonna inspire the player.
Yeah, I think this, on a scale of 1 to 10, sits right in the middle out of 5. Just teetering on hate it or love it.
You're not eager to play to main Uncle Ben in Marvel Rivals.
I'm speaking
Is this because
for
you don't like old people, Sydney?
You're speaking
talk
5,
about
not
it.
speaking 4.
That's fine.
Actually.
We can be
It's fine.
frank.
I just feel like it's elder abuse.
Well, you're not being Frank, you're being Ben.
Right.
nice.
Well, Sydney's not because
Clearly.
I'm Sydney. Marcus, what do you give this?
thank you for joining us today on Next Level Play.
Ooh, looks
we'll
like
see
we're out
you
of
next time for more exciting predictions, more exciting guests, more of Samurai.
So stick around. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Samurai.
Thanks, Sid. Thanks, Marshall.